2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right. Senna.
Perry Vita.
You're right. Yes, Priscilla.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
Moscow is too little to be bullied.
Welcome to the 2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. We are in the quarterfinals, also known as the Money Zone. The Money Zone is sponsored by GCB Bank. What this means is that each point is worth some money. For the quarterfinals, each point is worth 5 Ghana cedis. So nobody goes here empty-handed, unless, of course, you come and get a negative score, in which case you will pay something into the GCB account. This is the third quarterfinal contest featuring St. Louis Senior High School, SANDEMA Senior High Technical School, and ADISADEL College. Let's meet the contestants. ADISADEL College. ADISADEL College is represented by
Sasuke Bampedu final year.
Quay Jeffrey final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
We are doing good.
Wonderful. What does it feel like to be in the quarterfinals?
It's a very great excitement for us reaching the quarterfinals.
Excitement?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. So how have you been preparing?
I've been studying and also studying harder to win this contest.
Okay, so a lot of studies.
Yes, please.
Okay, I hope that yields fruit.
Yes.
What are we to expect from you?
The best of all is that God is with us, and surely we shall win this contest through Christ who strengthens us.
All right. Best wishes.
Thank you, madam.
SANDEMA Senior High Technical School. SANDEMA Senior High Technical School is represented by
Now Kelvin I win a final year.
I win the Emmanuel final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you doing?
Madam, we are doing great.
All right, so I remember when you won your 1A stage contest, you jumped up. Is that excitement still there?
Yes, madam.
It's still there?
Yes, madam.
Okay, what does this contest mean to you? What does it mean to you?
This quarterfinals contest means nothing but it means that the favor of God has been on us a lot. It means the favor of the Lord has been on us a lot because we deserve not. But the favor of the Lord has been on us a lot.
Okay. So what shall we expect in the contest? What are we to expect?
The Lord that brought us this far shall surely see us through.
All right, best wishes.
Yes,
Senior High School. St. Louis Senior High School is represented by
Sylvia Minasinseku, final year.
Hello, Sir J. Final year.
You're welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine.
All right, so what does it feel like to be in the quarterfinals?
We are so glad. Sorry. We are so glad we are here, by God's grace.
You are glad?
Yeah, very happy. We are
Okay,
here.
wonderful. How have you been preparing?
We've been working hard, doing what we ought to do, listening to our teachers, studying hard.
All right. Okay, so this contest, what shall we expect?
The very best.
The best. Okay. I wish you well. Viewers, we've met the contestants. They are all excited to be here and looking forward to winning the contest. Before I sit down so we can begin, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana. And SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. My name is Elsie Efakofman. I'm your quiz mistress. Contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds, as usual. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, a bonus point. If it's incorrect, it fetches a penalty, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. The first set of questions will take about 10 seconds of your time. I have a preamble to all schools, after which I'll come to you at ADISADEL College. Preamble. Distinguish between platyhelminths and nematodes with respect to the following. That's the preamble. I hope you got it. Distinguish between platyhelminths and nematodes with respect to the following. Now your question. Digestive system. Sasu.
Platyhelminthes lack a digestive system. That is, they absorb food through their body surface, whereas the nematodes have digestive systems.
Okay. With the same preamble, St. Louis, coelom. Pearl.
The nematodes have coelom, but the platyhelminthes don't have any coelom.
Yes. SANDEMA with the same preamble. Body structure or shape. Yes, Calvin.
Madam, the nematodes are tapered, and the platyhelminthes, they are cylindrical.
That's incorrect. Yes, Asu.
The nematodes are cylindrical, whereas the platyhelminthes are dorsoventrally flattened.
Okay. Next set, 30 seconds. Your major question. The thermal conductivity of the material of an insulated bar of length 2.0 meters and cross-sectional area 4.0 centimeters squared is 260 watt per meter Kelvin. Determine the rate of heat flow through the bar when its ends are maintained at a temperature difference of 5.0 Kelvin. Is your hand up, Sasu? Go ahead.
You have 0.26 watt.
Yes. St. Louis. The thermal conductivity of lead is 35 watts per meter Kelvin. Find the temperature gradient across a lead specimen of length 2.0 meters and cross-sectional area 5.0 times 10 to the power negative 2 meters squared, through which heat flows at the rate of 2.8 watts. Sylvia.
3.2 Kelvin.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Quay.
1.6 Kelvin per meter.
Yes. SANDEMA. The heat current through a bar of length 2.0 meters and cross-sectional area 4.0 centimeters squared is 2.5 watts when its ends are at 27 degrees Celsius and 77 degrees Celsius. Find the thermal conductivity of the material of the bar. Yes, Calvin.
0.25 watt per meter Kelvin.
That's incorrect. Yes, Kwei.
2.5 times 10 exponent 2 watts per meter Kelvin.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. Your major question. Given the set A, which is equal to the set with elements x, y, such that y is greater than 5, and the set B is equal to the set with elements x, y, such that y is less than 10, find A intersection B. Kwei.
A intersection B is equal to a set of elements 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay, I'll take that. But you could have simplified matters for yourself, right? 5 less than y less than 10. All right. St. Louis, given the set A, which is equal to the set with elements x, y, such that x squared plus y squared is less than 7, and the set B is equal to the set with elements x, y, such that x squared plus y squared is greater than 5. Find A intersection B. Yes, Sylvia.
A intersection B is -5 less than x squared plus y squared less than 7.
That's incorrect. Kwei.
A intersection B is equal to the set of elements x, y, such that 5 is less than x squared plus y squared is less than 7.
Yes. SANDEMA. Given the set A is equal to the set with elements x, y, such that 4 less than x less than 8, and the set B is a set with elements x, y, such that -3 less than x less than 3, find A intersection B. Kelvin.
Madam, A and B has no intersection. A intersection B equals empty set. They have no intersection.
You can't change your mind. I'm going to give you 2 out of 3. You can't say they have no intersection. There's an intersection, just that it's an empty set, right? The empty or null set. Next set, 30 seconds. How many s orbitals are either fully or partially filled in an atom of an element with atomic number of 15? Sasu?
3.
Yes. St. Louis. How many p orbitals are fully filled in an atom of an element with atomic number 17? Pearl?
One p orbital.
That's incorrect for bonus. Quay?
5.
That's right. How many p electrons are present in an atom of an element with atomic number 14? Kelvin?
8.
You're right. Next set, 10 seconds. Which group of plants constitutes the lower bryophytes? Sasu?
They are primarily the liverworts.
Yes. The conducting tissue in a moss plant is made up of what cells? Pearl?
Most plants lack conducting tissues.
That's incorrect. Sasu?
Tracheids.
No. They are parenchyma cells. SANDEMA. What is the only positive evidence of aquatic ancestry of bryophytes? Yes, Calvin.
Madam, bryophytes reproduce through water. Thus, they need a watery medium for their reproduction. That's the transfer of, and they are mostly located at moist places. That's waterlogged places.
I'm not accepting that. For a bonus. Presence of ciliated sperms. Next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Preamble. Photon flux is the number of photons passing perpendicularly through a unit area in unit time. Did you get the preamble? All right, so now, ADISADEL. A laser emits 630 Newton, no. A laser emits 630 nanometer light in a beam of intensity 440 watt per meter squared. Find the photon flux of the beam, assuming light power is uniformly distributed across the beam. For a bonus, the right answer is 1.4 times 10 to the power 21 per meter squared second. St. Louis, a titanium sapphire laser emitting at 770 nanometers produces a beam of intensity 27.0 watt per meter squared. Find the photon flux in the laser beam, assuming light power is uniformly distributed across the beam. For a bonus, the right answer is 1.05 times 10 raised to the power 20 per meter squared second. SANDEMA, a laser operating at a wavelength of 550 nanometers generates an output intensity of 4.5 watts per meter squared. Find the photon flux generated by the laser. Kelvin.
1.2 times 10 exponent negative 9 per meter square second.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The actual value is 1.25 times 10 to the 19 per meter squared second, but I would have accepted 1.3 times 10 to the 19 per meter squared second. 30 seconds. Preamble to all schools. Evaluate the antilog. That's the preamble. ADISADEL College. Antilog to the base 2/3 of -4. Which of you? Kwei?
81/16.
Yes. With the same preamble. Antilog to the base 16/25 of 3/2. Sylvia.
64/125.
Yes. Analog to the base 9/25 of -3/2. Calvin.
125/27.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 125/27, not 57. What did you say?
I said 125/27.
Really? Is it possible to hear? Pardon? After the round. Okay. Next set, 10 seconds, and I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Consider the following equilibrium reaction, which involves decomposition of compound A to give compounds B and C. 2A gas going to 2B gas plus C gas, and delta H is equal to 150 kilojoule. Did you get the preamble? Again. Consider the following equilibrium reaction, which involves decomposition of compound A to give compounds B and C. 2A gas going to 2B gas plus C gas, and delta H is equal to 150 kilojoule. Now your question, ADISADEL. Predict the effect of adding more of compound C on the decomposition of A when the reaction is at equilibrium, and also on the equilibrium constant. Sasu.
The equilibrium position will shift to the left, and the KC will not be affected.
Yes. With the same preamble, predict the effect of increasing the temperature of the decomposition. Pearl.
The equilibrium position will shift to the right, and the increase in temperature has an effect on the equilibrium constant. It will increase the equilibrium constant.
Yes. Predict the effect of increasing the total pressure on the equilibrium reaction. Yes, Calvin.
Increasing the pressure will favor the forward reaction, and it will have no effect on the equilibrium constant.
2 out of 3. It will actually shift towards the reactant, so it will not be the forward. It will shift backward, right? And then it will not have any effect on the equilibrium constant. That is what you got the 2 points for. All right. Next set, 10 seconds. And for this one, I have a preamble as well. There's no bonus. Okay, so this is a preamble. When I get to your school, I will give you a pair of organs. I will give you a pair of organs. State if the pair are homologous or not. Did you get it? When I get to your school, I will give you a pair of organs. Let me know if the pair are homologous or not. Since there are two possible answers, there's no bonus. All right. So, ADISADEL College, wings of a grasshopper and wings of a crow. Yes, Asu?
They are not homologous.
All right. Lungs of a rabbit and gills of tilapia fish. Pearl.
They are homologous.
They are not. Nails of human beings and claws in animals. Kelvin.
They are homologous.
No, they are not. Okay, so a quick explanation. Homologous organs have the same fundamental structure but different functions. Okay. Next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble once again. Preamble. A plain coil of wire of area 0.20 meters squared is rotated about an axis passing through a diameter of the coil. The coil is in a uniform magnetic field perpendicular to the axis of rotation. Did you get the preamble? Again. A plain coil of wire of area 0.20 meters squared is rotated about an axis passing through a diameter of the coil. The coil is in a uniform magnetic field perpendicular to the axis of rotation. Now, ADISADEL. Find the amplitude of the induced EMF in the coil when it is rotated at an angular frequency of 50 radians per second, and the magnetic field has a magnitude 0.20 Tesla. Yes, Kwei.
2.00 volts.
2 out of 3. .0 volts. St. Louis. Find the amplitude of the induced EMF in the coil when it is rotated at an angular frequency of 40 radians per second, and the magnetic field has magnitude 0.50 Tesla. Sylvia.
4.0 volts.
Yes. Determine the amplitude of the induced EMF in the coil when its angular frequency is 25 radians per second and the magnetic field has magnitude 0.40 Tesla. Kelvin.
0.2 volt.
That's incorrect. Yes, Quay.
2.0 volts.
All right. Next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble. Evaluate the difference of the two squares. That's the preamble. I hope you got it. All right. So, 248 squared minus 152 squared. Yes, Asu.
We have 38,400.
Yes. St. Louis, with the same preamble. 135 squared minus 65 squared. Sylvia.
14,000.
Yes. $325 squared minus 275 squared. Yes, Calvin?
30,000.
Yes. Last set, 30 seconds. Calculate the mass of argon in grams in a 10.0 decimeter cube flask containing a mixture of argon and oxygen at a total pressure of 300 kilopascal at 27 degrees Celsius. The partial pressure of the oxygen is 180 kilopascal. Give your answer to one place of decimal. For this calculation, assume the gas constant R is equal to 8.0 kilopascal decimeter cubed per mole Kelvin, and atomic mass for argon is 40.0. Quay.
20 grams.
2 out of 3. I asked for one place of decimal, so 20.0 grams. A flask contains 10.0 grams of neon and 24.0 grams of oxygen gas at a total pressure of 160 kilopascal. Calculate the partial pressure of neon and give your answer to 1 place of decimal. Atomic mass of neon is 20.0. That for oxygen is 16.0. Yes, Sylvia?
40 kilopascal.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Yes, which of you? Sasu?
64.0 kilopascal.
Yes. Sandema, last question. A 1.0 decimeter cube flask is filled with oxygen at 27 degrees Celsius until the pressure is 15.0 kilopascal. Calculate the total pressure when 0.56 grams of nitrogen is added. Please give your answer to 1 place of decimal. Atomic mass for nitrogen is 14.0, and the gas constant R is 8.31 kilopascal decimeter cubed per mole Kelvin. Yes, Kelvin.
30 kilopascal.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 64.9 kilopascal. That's the end of the first round. Sylvia?
64/125.
Yes.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here airtime so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
The right answer is 125/27. Analog to the base 9/25 -3. Welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right. I have another correction. This was the first set mathematics question. The question was given the set A equals xy such that y is greater than 5, and the set B has elements x, y, such that y is less than 10, find A intersection B. I got an answer from ADISADEL College. They listed the elements of the set. Yes, I had not specified that they are integers or real numbers, so I actually should not have accepted that answer. I should have expected you to strictly tell me that the set A intersection B is xy such that 5 less than y less than 10. So I'm withdrawing the mark. At the end of the first round, SANDEMA Senior High School has 13 points. St. Louis Senior High School has 15 points. ADISADEL College has 34 points. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring. Let me hear your bell at ADISADEL College. Thank you. SANDEMA. Thank you. St. Louis. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. If you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. Best wishes. First question, 30 seconds. 100.0 centimeter cubed of 0.100 mole per decimeter cubed of NaOH solution are added to 400.00 centimeter cubed of 0.085 mole per decimeter cubed of HCl, and the mixture stirred for a while. Determine which reagent will be in excess and calculate its concentration. Please give your answer to 3 places of decimal. Please raise your hand. Sasu.
HCl will be in excess, and it will be in excess, and its concentration will be 0.048 mole per dm cube.
You're right. Second question, 30 seconds. Calculate the pH of 0.100 mole per decimeter cube solution of a weak base where pKb is 5.0. Please raise your hand. Sasu.
We have 11.0.
Yes. Ten seconds. Explain what is meant by the term polyprotic acid. Yes, quick.
A polyprotic acid is an acid that has more than, that is, it has 3 or more ionizable hydrogen atoms.
No. Who rang next? Yes, Calvin.
A polyprotic acid is an acid that can produce replaceable hydrogen atoms or hydrogen ions of more than 3.
No. Yes, Pearl.
A polyprotic acid is an acid that has more than 2 replaceable hydrogen.
No, I'm not accepting that. All right, so a polyprotic acid is an acid that can donate more than 1 proton per molecule to a base. More than 1. You don't need to go as far as 3. Next set, 30 seconds each. Find the distance between the point A with coordinates 5, 3 and B with coordinates 0, 15. Who rang first? Sandema. Which of you? Yes, Calvin.
13 units.
Yes. Next one. Simplified. Simplify. X squared minus 9 all over the expression x squared minus 5x plus 6. Yes, Asu.
We have x plus 3 all over x minus 2.
Yes. Next one. Find the remainder R when f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x plus 2 is divided by 2x plus 1. Yes, which of you? Kelvin.
Negative 2.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you, Sasu?
We have 2.
No. Yes, Sylvia? No. The right answer is 1. Next set, 10 seconds. What name is given to the DNA containing region of a bacterial cell? Yes.
Nucleoid.
All right. A person has high levels of ketones in his urine. What information does this provide about the major source of energy for the person's body? Fat or lipids? What name is given to a circulatory system that does not allow mixing of oxygenated? Yes, Sasu.
Closed circulatory system.
Yes. The rest of the question was Sandema, the action was over long ago. No, but the rest of the question was, that does not allow mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in the mammalian heart. And of course, it's a closed circulatory system. Last set of questions, 30 seconds. A bifilar suspension is made up of a horizontal bar of mass 0.250 kilogram, suspended by two vertical strings, each 2.00 meters long and 0.100 meter from the center of mass of the bar. The bar oscillates in a horizontal plane with an angular frequency of 1.00 times 10 to the power negative 2 radians per second at a point where the local gravity is 9.78 meters per second squared. Estimate the moment of inertia of the bar about an axis through the center of mass and parallel to the strings. The right answer is 122 kilogram meter squared. Next one. Two waves of equal amplitude and equal frequency are superposed. If the intensity of each wave is 2.0 watt per meter squared, and the waves are in phase, what is the intensity of the resultant wave? Yes, Kwei?
0.
That's incorrect. Yes, go ahead. Sylvia?
4 watts per meter squared.
No. The right answer is 8.0 watts per meter squared. Last one. The semi-major axis of the orbit of an extrasolar planet is 6.4 times 10 to the power 9 meters. Determine the orbital period of the planet about its star, whose mass is 6.7 times 10 to the power 29 kilogram. The right answer is 4.8 times 10 to the power 5 seconds. And that's the end of the second round. Please keep them covered until I ask you to turn them over, and don't begin until I ask you to. At the end of the second round, St. Louis Senior High School has 12 points. SANDEMA Senior High School has 14 points. ADISADEL College has 46 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which to compose an answer to the problem of the day. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please put your pens down. Now let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. The proton P has mass approximately equal to 1.67 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilogram. The antiparticle, bar P, of the proton, the antiproton, has the same mass as the proton, but is oppositely charged. When an antiproton encounters a proton, they annihilate and 2 photons, gamma, are produced. A. Write down the equation for the nuclear reaction that represents proton-antiproton annihilation. B. State 2 conservation laws that govern the annihilation. 3, or C. Explain why 2 photons propagating in opposite directions are emitted in the annihilation when the proton and antiproton collide head-on, moving at the same speed toward each other, indicating the appropriate conservation law. And D. Assuming the proton and antiproton are stationary before the encounter, determine the energy in mega electron volts and the linear momentum in Newton second of each photon emitted in the annihilation. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing and present your answers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What is this? Is this a continuation? It's a continuation. This is not a C. Okay. Ready. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the boards as you have them here. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. So we are told that there's a proton P that has a mass approximately equal to 1.67 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilogram. We have the antiparticle of this proton, so antiproton. We are calling it bar P. And it has the same mass as this proton, but it's oppositely charged. Then we are told that when an antiproton encounters this proton, they annihilate and two photons are produced. The photons we are calling gamma. All right. So the first part of this was for the contestants to write down the equation for the nuclear reaction that represents this proton-antiproton annihilation. It's a very simple one. So you have a proton plus the antiproton going to two photons, two gammas. That's it. That's it. To avoid all problems, don't even try to give me mass numbers. Okay. So if you're able to get this right, 2 points. The second part, B, is to state two conservation laws that govern the annihilation. Two laws. Okay, first one is that energy, and listen to how many of them. Energy, linear momentum, angular momentum, electric charge, and baryon number. They are all conserved. However, mass is not conserved. So the second part is mass is not conserved. Not in this case. All right? So if you get these two right, one each, 2 points. Then C, they were to explain why two photons that are propagating in opposite directions are emitted in their annihilation when the proton and antiproton collide head-on, moving at the same speed towards each other, indicating their appropriate conservation law. The appropriate law is the conservation of linear momentum, and this requires that the total linear momentum before the collision has to be equal to the total linear momentum after the collision. Since the particles approach each other with equal speed, the initial total linear momentum is 0. So two photons with equal and opposite linear momenta must be produced. So they must be equal, one, and then opposite, equal and opposite to it. 2 points for this explanation. And then finally, assuming the proton and antiproton are stationary before the encounter, contestants were to determine the energy in mega electron volts and the linear momentum in Newton second of each photon emitted in the annihilation. Okay, so the conservation energy requires that 2 multiplied by the proton mass multiplied by the speed of light squared should be equal to twice the energy of the photon. So the energy of the photon is the mass, the proton mass, multiplied by the speed of light squared. We substitute. We get 1.67 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilogram, which is the mass of the proton, multiplied by speed of light, you can take to be 3.00 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second, and then you square that. If you go through the process, you should arrive at 1.503 times 10 to the negative 10 joules. But the question specifically said to give it in mega electron volts. So you can convert. If you convert, you should get 939 mega electron volts. 2 points for this. Then the momentum. The momentum was to be obtained in Newton seconds, right? So the momentum is the energy divided by the speed of light, and this gives 5.01 times 10 to the power negative 19 Newton seconds, another 2 points, giving a total of 10 points. Now, contestants. St. Louis, this was a really tough problem of the day for you. You are trying to conserve mass, and I guess that's why your photon has a mass. No, this is not right. So in fact, I couldn't find anything to give you a point for. I'm giving you 1 point on humanitarian grounds. 1 out of 10. SANDEMA, you also had trouble. You had trouble with this one. But I was looking at your equation. I wasn't sure. You see, I came there several times. I looked at your thing. I don't know if you were trying to give a mass. There's a star or something, mass number for the... All right, I'm giving you 1 out of 2 for that. And then I'm adding the humanitarian points. That gives you 2 out of 10. At the ADISADEL College, this was a tough one for you. In addition to photons, for your equation, in addition to photons, you also have neutrons. Where from they? Anyway, so I can't give you any marks for the equation. Then when you tried other things, the B, I can't give anything. When it comes to the D, that's when I start seeing something useful. So you started the calculation for the energy. And you do have the right relationship. You even substituted. But you couldn't complete that calculation. There were 2 points at stake. I'm giving you 1. So you have 1 point, and then I'm adding the humanitarian point. That gives you 2 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Please pick up your notepads. Audience, please. There's been a lot of noise in this contest. It takes a lot of concentration for them to do what they are doing here. Throughout the problem of the day, there was so much noise. I even wonder how they were able to think through the problem. And it's continuing. Please, I'm pleading with you. Allow us to think through our problems. And you will get entertained by all means. Please, allow us to do what we do best. Thank you very much. We are at the top of round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you're right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If they are right, 2 full points. If the answer is wrong, there's that penalty, 1 point. Best wishes to all schools. I'm going to start with you this time, St. Louis. Your statement. All equilateral triangles are similar. Sylvia.
False.
No, it's a true statement. SANDEMA. All equilateral quadrilaterals are similar. Yes, Emmanuel.
It's false.
Yes. All equiangular septagons are similar. Quay.
False.
No, that's a true statement. In a tertiary alkanol, the carbon bearing the OH group has only one hydrogen atom bonded to it. Sylvia?
True.
No. It's a false statement. When HBr gas is added to 1-butene, the expected major product is 1-bromobutane. Emmanuel?
It's true.
No. That's a false statement. Most alkanoic acids are stronger acids than HCO3 minus ion. Yes, Quay?
True.
Yes. The horizontal range of a projectile depends on the initial speed of the projectile. Sylvia?
True.
Yes. Two projectiles projected with the same initial speed travel the same horizontal range. Yes, Manuel?
It's false.
Yes. Two projectiles projected with the same initial velocity travel the same horizontal range. Quay?
False.
No, that's a true statement. Speed, no. Velocity, yes. Movement of chromosomes to the poles of the cell are not mediated by microtubules during animal cell division. Yes, Sylvia?
False.
Yes. Contraction of the cleavage channel is not mediated by microtubules during animal cell division. Emmanuel?
It's true.
Yes. Movement of the chromosomes to the metaphase plate is not mediated by microtubules during animal cell division. Quay?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Next set has a preamble. Preamble to all schools. In linear programming, that's all there is to the preamble. St. Louis, the objective function can be a quadratic function. Yes, Sylvia?
False.
Yes. The constraints are linear inequalities. Emmanuel?
It's true.
Yes. The graph of the region of feasible solutions is in the first quadrant. Quay?
False.
No. 1-butane is not entirely a linear molecule. Sylvia?
False. False.
No. That's a true statement. The functional group of ethanoic acid is the carbonyl group. Emmanuel?
It's false. It's false.
Yes. Alkanals and alkanones are both carbonyl compounds. Yes, Kwei?
True.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. The distance between the plates of a charged parallel plate capacitor is carefully decreased so that the charge on each plate remains unchanged. That's a preamble. Are you ready? Again. The distance between the plates of a charged parallel plate capacitor is carefully decreased so that the charge on each plate remains unchanged. Now, St. Louis, the potential difference across the plates decreases. Sylvia?
True.
Yes. The magnitude of the electric field between the plates decreases. Emmanuel?
It's false.
Yes. The energy stored by the capacitor decreases. Sasu?
It's true.
Yes. Last set of statements. A biogeochemical cycle describes the cycling of conserved matter through rocks. Sylvia?
True.
Yes. A biogeochemical cycle describes the cycling of conserved matter through water. Yes, Emmanuel?
It's false.
That's a true statement. Last statement. A biogeochemical cycle describes the cycling of conserved matter through plants. Yes, Kwei?
True.
Yes. Okay, and then audience, loud as you are, let me give you some knowledge before you go away. So a biogeochemical cycling is the cycling of matter through abiotic components, mainly rocks, water, and air, and biotic components, plants, animals, and bacteria. So when you leave here, at least take this one with you. That's the end of the fourth round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is...
At the end of the fourth round, St. Louis Senior High School has 20 points. SANDEMA Senior High School has 26 points. ADISADEL College has 52 points. Fifth and final round. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. For an opportunity to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, ADISADEL? Thank you. Yours, SANDEMA. Thank you. And yours, St. Louis. Thank you. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles in all. Best wishes, everyone. First one. I am a named principle in physics. I am a definite principle, my name notwithstanding. I have been interpreted to mean a natural restriction on the pairs of measurements that can be simultaneously performed. However, yes, Sasu.
The uncertainty principle. Heisenberg.
No. Okay, which of them? Yes, SANDEMA, go ahead. Calvin.
The principle of uncertainty.
Ah. Pearl.
Heisenberg's uncertainty principle.
Yes. Did you hear the first clue? I am a named. So I was expecting the name to feature. All right, the other clues. However, I only give bounds. Position and momentum are the common candidates for a discussion of me, but I have more general applicability when I'm formulated appropriately. And it's the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. They solved the riddle on the third clue. 3 points. Next one. Farmers have long recognized me as a possible means to restore or to maintain a productive soil. I help in reducing soil erosion and increase soil fertility and crop yield. I am done so that the soil of farms is not used for only one set of nutrients. Yes, which of you, please, Calvin?
Cover cropping.
No. I continue. I contribute to increased yields through improved soil nutrition. I am the practice of growing a series. Yes, Pearl.
Crop rotation.
You're right. Let me finish that clue and then the next one. So the practice of growing a series of dissimilar or different types of crops in the same area in sequence seasons. And yes, it's crop rotation. Actually, that was the last clue. I was reading the last clue, and so that's 3 points. Next one. Apart from a point or a segment, I am the simplest geometrical figure. I am an open figure. I may be acute, obtuse, or reflex. Yes, Kwei?
Angle.
Yes. The rest of the clues. I am the union of two rays with a common vertex. I am measured in degrees or radians. I may be a point of view or a way of looking at a problem. And yes is angle. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Last one. Although I am a metallic element, I have a low melting point of 28 degrees Celsius. It is not surprising that I exist as a liquid at room temperature. Yes, Pearl?
Mercury.
That's incorrect. I continue. I form the strongest base known. I was discovered spectroscopically by Bunsen and Kirchhoff. My name in Latin literally means sky blue. My atomic number is 55. Yes, Sasu?
Okay, we have cesium.
Yes. The rest of the clue. The rest of the clue. My atomic number is 55, so my electronic configuration will reveal that I belong to group 1 of the periodic table, and yes, it's cesium. I was reading the last clue, 3 points, and that's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. St. Louis Senior High School has 26 points. SANDEMA Senior High School has 26 points. ADISADEL College has 58 points. You will recall that this is the money zone, so nobody goes away empty-handed, right? Based on your scores, this is what GCB Bank is giving you. St. Louis Senior High School and SANDEMA Senior High School, each school will receive a total of 520 Ghana cedis for 3 contestants and 1 teacher from each school. At the ADISADEL College, you are receiving a total of 1,160 Ghana cedis. In addition to that, Bond Savings and Loans is donating an amount of 500 Ghana cedis for the winning team. All right, so now let me conclude. St. Louis Senior High School and SANDEMA Senior High Technical School, thank you for being here. Today was a tough day, a difficult one, but you've done what you can. Best wishes to you. Best wishes. ADISADEL College, congratulations on winning the contest. That was an excellent performance in some parts. Rounds 1 and 2 were impressive. Well done for that. Please prepare, and I look forward to seeing you in the semi-finals. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this contest. We are still in the quarterfinals. Next time, we'll bring you Opokuwari School, New Jaben Senior High School, and Mawuli School. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by GOL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. Viewers, thank you so much for joining us for this contest. Please make plans to be with us next time, and see you then. Bye.
Well, this is it. At ADISADEL College, they've qualified to the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, I should say, of the ongoing National Science and Math Quiz after beating St. Louis. Now, the chances of a girls' school winning the National Science and Math Quiz get slimmer by the day as we move ahead and progress in the contest. Let's listen to the school anthem. Let's feel what these guys are feeling right now. And play the game. Gymnastic at your best, and never disappoint. Play up while the school gets late. Great at the stars, may be good men and true. Well, it's all excitement here for ADISADEL College. I have my colleague here, Benjamin Tete, here with me. Benjamin, what a day. Ebri Girls is out, St. Louis out. The number of girls' schools keep reducing by the day. 25 years, we've never had a girls' school win the National Science and Maths Quiz. The chances get slimmer.
Well, the good news is we still got a couple more girls' schools. We have Krobo Girls there. We have Wesley Girls. Okay, we get here also there. And I think we have one more school. So we still have about 3 more girls' schools who are supposed to. So yes, let's see how they go to perform.